Hello YouTube, welcome back to Atomic Dom's SOBRO Garage. We've made some progress since the last time we talked on our SOBRO 5.0. I think last time we were putting the heads on it, so the heads are now complete. We actually have our roller rockers, our cam is in it, our push rods are in it, and this is kind of the setup that I've just got loosely put together. Here's what we got. So we're looking at these PRW roller rockers are pretty sweet. They're kind of self-centering. If you've not used those before, read up on them. They're pretty cool. Basically you just, I mean, it's maybe different for your motor, but for this motor it was, you get the rocker in the saddle and you put that 5/16 bolt through there into the head on the pedestal. And once you get it on there, you kind of straighten it up, torque it down, and then you take this little adjuster here until it touches to your push rod, and when there's no play in it, they call that zero lash. So fairly easy. I rotated the motor 3 times around just to make sure that I got everything set, and it looks like it's going pretty well. And we gave it a nice oil bath, so everything's down in the pan right now and re-oiled everything. And I'm just test fitting my GT40P intake. So that's what I'm looking at right now. And I don't know, we're just test fitting because I don't know about these little silicone washers that they give us. Those things are kind of weird. They don't stay in place very well. So, but when you take that out of there, you can see daylight all the way through it. So that's a little worrisome. I know some guys are just putting this big, giant, fat bead of RTV on there, and I'm not a fan of that, but I don't think I'm a fan of that gasket either. So anyway, that's where we are. Just a quick update. Talk to you later. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Atomic Dom's SOBRO Garage. The motor build is coming along just fine. We're gracefully stumbling forward and working with our harness and whatnot. So right now I'm searching valve covers or repairing the ones that I have. Got the rockers on, which I think you saw. What else? I'm getting ready to go through this harness and put my injectors on the fuel rail, and getting all that stuff hooked up as I get the GT40P lower intake mounted onto the block. Alright, so today we're going to do something a little different. Since I'm getting ready to do the fuel system, I thought I would grab some injectors from the junkyard, clean them up a bit, just to initially get the car fired up and that sort of thing. I still have to look up what pound injectors these are. These are probably 19. I'm looking for 24 for my build. Anyway, we're going to clean these up. I'm going to make sure that they work, and I'll kind of show you this little MacGyver-esque SOBRO garage sort of thing that I caught online and thought I would share it with you. So I can't take credit for it. I'm not trying to, but just in case someone hasn't seen it, I thought this would be something good to share. So here we go. What we're doing is we are taking a valve stem from a rim for a tire, right? We get our valve stem remover, right? Take that out, bada bing, valve core's out. Now it's hollow, right? I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's hollow back there. So it goes all the way through. That's good. And then we're going to want to take our injector and squeeze it into that hole. Okay? Pretty flexible down here, right? So it takes a little bit of awkwardness and manpower, but you can get it in there. Not a big deal. So that's going to provide us a nice seal as we put our parts and brake cleaner into the system to flush these out. So it's going to need pressure, right? So we take one of these universal spray straws, right? These little things that go in the nozzle on your brake cleaner or whatever it is that you have. We're going to take that, and we're going to take some heat shrink tube, right? And cut a small section off. We're going to put it in the cap so this can pass through, but we don't want it to come out. We kind of want a watertight seal, right? Because we're going to be adding pressure in there. So I poked a little hole with this awl, right? You can do it with a drill, you can do it with whatever, but you don't want to be any larger than that for sure. So anyhow, this is supposed to go in there. But anyhow, this is supposed to go in here. Push it through, right? Push it through the cap, and take a heat shrink tube, just a little bit, small section, and put it around the diameter, around the perimeter of it, so that it doesn't pull through. And then put one on the other side. I've got one pre-made right here, right? So there it is. Got heat shrink tube on the inside so it doesn't slip. Makes a pretty good seal. And this is just going to screw on to our cap like this. So now we have a chamber for all of our cleaner to go in. And this is just going to hopefully, through the miracle of television, push right on to your injector. Alright, so just keep working that down until it gets into that spot. So can you see overall what we have? Alright, and then that of course will go into the spray nozzle. So once you get that affixed, then you can apply this pressure. It'll hold in the chamber, and then all you have to do is get power to your injector. Alright, so how do you get power to your injector? Well, I had an old scrap drill, 18-volt drill, right? And I just hooked up some leads to it, and then I hooked these up from an old injector clip that I had from the junkyard, which is now gone, right here. Okay, so just slam that on. Okay, and you hook these up, right? And you'll be able to hear it click. So A, it's a test that your injector works. Once you get the chamber on it, right, you should be able to, when you put power to it, that should squirt out this end, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. We're going to give it a shot. But that's our little project right now. And I have 10 of these bad boys, even though I only have an 8-cylinder. But you can see that they need some help, right? They're pretty grimy. So I want to make sure all those work. We'll get those on, get them in the car, fire it up hopefully, and then we'll put some new ones in there. But for now I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing with these injectors and make sure they're clean. So that's pretty much it. Alright, let's put this thing to work. Alright, so we got our injector clip on. Let's power up part of it. Red to red, black to black, black to white, whatever. Anyway, red to red for this one. Alright, so we're going to install that just like this. Alright, I'm just going to let that hang. Got our straw that goes up to our brake clean, right? Alright, so we wait for our click. That's good news. Alright, so now we're fully open. So, and our injector's ready to inject. So here's a little shot. And it'll disperse all that's in that chamber. And then when you're done with that, just unhook it. Just unhook it. There you go. And you're ready to clean the injector itself. All right, so the inside's clean. And now you can start working on the outside, because that's pretty grimy. And if you could take a look at what's inside here, man, that's pretty nasty. Alright, so a lot of that stuff is coming from the outside, but also that stuff from the inside as well. So there it is. There you go. Homemade injector cleaner. Atomic Dom's SOBRO Garage. Later.